God damn it. I suck at this producing shit. I suck at it. And I'm actually good at it, but I can't do 3 million things at once. Hey, guys.
I think that's the most important thing, the record button.
Hey, guys. Welcome to Never Trust a Fart, episode 125. If you are listening, you've already heard us blab on for 15 minutes, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. For those of you that are just watching, sorry about your luck. You get to come in about 15 minutes less. Fucking kids.
You're so bad at this.
Chris's kids taking karate, and we're starting emails.
And we lick taints.
And we lick taints and all this stuff. Well, I'm not reading Harry Guy's beginning of his email again because who gives a shit. But we're already in the email section of this podcast. God damn, I suck at this producing shit. Hey, anyone want to come and produce? Hey, Hat Mutson, man, you want to be a weekly? You want to be here every week, hang out before work? It's a good time, buddy.
Fuck yeah.
Come
he
on,
doesn't work.
Join.
Oh, he does work.
He does work.
Get your ass here,
Just
man.
come over here. You can sit in the captain's chair. I'll sit the fuck over there, and I can focus on giggling instead of doing whatever the fuck else I have to do.
Bring us some raw chicken and sausage, and
God
we're
damn
rocking.
it. Anyways,
we're basically Harry Guy is complaining that he lost money because somebody scored a goal at the last fucking minute. Sorry, dude. That's sports. Although, I feel his pain because I've lost money on some shit that shouldn't have fucking happened. You know what I mean?
yeah.
NFL games, hey, they're up 14 points with 2 minutes left in the fucking in the game. How come they're throwing down the fucking field? You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, or NBA was always like that.
NBA always. Hey, you're up 11
sucks.
points with 8 seconds, and you decide to gun a three at the last minute and cost me. It happens.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd necessarily make it my asshole of the week unless you had a lot of money on the fucking line. But oh well, let's get to the questions because the hockey thing, it's just part of life, dude.
No, but I understand it being his asshole of the week because our assholes of the week are always things like that, like to affect
People
us in
that fucked
games or
us,
whatever.
yeah.
I just don't give a fuck. Yeah, sorry, Harry. I just don't give a fuck. It's hockey. And for those of you just tuning in on the old video recorder, we're in the email section. As you look below you right now, you'll see a tampon with our logo on it. All right? You can't see it right now. They'll see it later. That's the fucking greatness of video editing. I wish I could edit the first fucking 15 minutes on. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll put cardboard cutouts up and just put the audio on.
Oh, very nice. That would be cool.
Maybe even dance them around, do some South Park shit. Anyways, fuck all you guys. We want you guys to email in at nevertrustafartpod@gmail.com or hit us up on the old one, shutupcincinnati@gmail.com. Either way, we want to hear more of these emails. Now let's get into the actual questions that the Harry Guy likes to ask us.
Okay.
After listening to last week's dead sexy episode of the podcast, I had no other option but to ask this. Would you rather, once a week, have your head put into a dead sexy and Beasley fart helmet, both hoses are connected and in full use, or every 2 weeks, be the cleanup guy for your cuck couple? Jay, the cuck couple equals the neighborhood couple you see the most. All right. So basically...
Brandon and his wife.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
That's who you see the most.
That's who I see the most. Yeah, probably. You're right. Anyways, for those of you who don't know, Dead Sexy was on last week, and his farts are some of the worst farts that have ever existed on the human planet.
Only second to Beasley.
And Steve Beasley is another one of our friends who also has the worst farts in the world. So, the fart helmet, for those who didn't listen last week, was basically these guys would have tubes hooked up to their assholes, and the asshole tubes would go into a helmet, and we'd be stuck smelling them. I think it was on Jackass, right?
Yeah. Steve-O did it to Preston Lacey's ass.
And Preston Lacey actually shit, I believe.
Shit in the funnel, yeah.
Which, if that happened, all bets are off.
But I'm doing it anyway, because in order to be the cleanup guy, as we reiterated from last week, I would have to eat cum, and that's not an option.
It'd be a complete different role reversal, because you're usually...
It would be a worse one.
And for those who listened last week, Chris's cuck couple has been a continued thing throughout the fucking podcast, has now took a weird turn. And now they want him to come on over, drop a load inside Miss Lady, and then Miss Man come home and eat the cum out of her pussy. That's called cleanup in the cuck community. I guess in any community it's called cleanup. I'm not sure. I thought he just had to wipe off the wet spot, but turns out, fuck no. He has to do a lot more to that. And that grossed Chris the fuck out, and he is out apparently. Or are you?
I am.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I sent her a message saying that's not even something I would consider. for two reasons. A, I don't want any guy gobbling my load.
Yeah.
And B, I don't want to fuck a swinger lady bareback.
Yeah, there's a whole lot bad with that.
There's a whole lot bad with it. And she messaged back and she said, that's too bad. We're looking to try new things. Now, she didn't tell me, hey, fuck you, you're out. But I get that.
Yeah,
I got
the feeling.
Without a doubt. I doubt very strongly I'll be hearing from them again. And if they don't even message me in the next month, I'll be sharing their first and last names with you all. I won't do that. I won't break the rules.
You don't want to burn bridges for the future.
Well, that's. I don't know if there is a future with somebody who wants to, eat
I'm not talking about their future, but there's others in that community, and if you know to be,
I wouldn't do that anyway. I've known the girl forever.
Yeah, if you're a leaker,
I'm not. I'm doing, but I did tell her I was out, and she said, "Oh, that's a shame." Blah blah blah, and then nothing.
Now, you said you know the girl forever. Did she ever seem? Because, all right, especially for the girl in a cuck situation.
Yeah.
For the girl, they're getting probably a bigger dick and better fuck than they would normally get in their life. Okay,
it's my guess.
Not in their life, but in their married life. All right, so I understand from the girl's perspective there. I don't understand how the girl would be okay with the cleanup. Like, I think that's now you're weird. You weren't weird before.
Right.
You were in a loose marriage before. Now you're weird.
From the research I've done, it's kind of a real,
I like that you're doing research on it too.
Well, a real cuck thing
is,
hey, I'm the fucking dominant master here and you're the subservient bitch. I think that's the role they like to play there.
Yeah, that's the game.
And obviously, hey, I'm gonna make you eat nut out of me.
Yeah, I guess, but I'm still.
I'd rather he was, I would rather he just watch like always, maybe with a dog collar on and a fucking muzzle. I'd be cool with that. But I wouldn't be good with the rest of it. I doubt strongly. I would say 90%. I'm never going to hear from them again. That's my guess. Unless, no, I just don't think I'll ever hear from him again. I think that him watching me bang her has gotten old.
Well, which is fine. Okay, well, then maybe switch up the cuck, but going to the next step there with the eating the loads out, it just changes the whole fucking operation.
It does for me.
It does for anyone.
Yeah, I'm out.
It changes the operation. This is a completely different weird kink that I can't even wrap my head around. Like, I have a hard time wrapping my head around on the fucking cuck thing for the male perspective, but I can wrap it around for the female. I can't wrap it around anyone for both of these, for the female or the male.
It's a pretty fucking popular thing.
Well, every fucking weird shit is a popular thing in a certain community.
You know what I've found, though? What? For the most part, I would say 8 out of 10, when they do this cleanup thing, it's always cleaning up a black male, a BBC.
Well, that's normal with the cuck thing anyway. So
you're right.
In general, the cuck thing's more usually when people think about it, or if you were to look it up online, 90% of the time it's going to be a black dude fucking a little white dude's girl, shit like that. But yeah, so I think that's just gross. Anyways,
it is gross.
Eating loads, and no, I'm not eating loads. It looks like I had to smell more farts.
See what I tried to talk her into one time something, and she actually considered it, and it was going to be a fun thing because she knows other people that are into this fucking same shit as she's in. So I'm like, well, I got an idea. Have both of the dudes sit in the corner, and I'll have a 3-way with 2 of you bitches.
Hey, that would have been a good one.
That would have been a great one.
Yeah.
And it was at that time that she introduced me to Miss Philippines, 2010.
And she's like, well, we could do this, but not with her ugly ass.
Well, she'd just be the one with her face buried in the pillow. But no, I strongly doubt I'll ever hear from them again. But to me, it's like a closing chapter. I may actually try to obtain a new one.
If you can fit them in the cards, if you can figure it out.
They have to be okay with my set of rules, same rules.
Well, yeah, no touching and
no moving your chair, no talking to her. How's that cock feel, baby? I don't want to hear that.
Oh, yeah, they can't say the words?
No. Hey, baby, how's that dick feel? I don't want to hear that. Shut up. Who are you talking to?
Nah, see, I disagree.
You talking to me? Don't call me baby. It makes me feel dirty.
All right, question number 2. Have you done more research on this porno? Got to get this started before the end of the year. Again, this is a hit back to a past episode where Chris wanted to shoot a porno, right? I don't remember much of that one.
I want to shoot a porn. I I literally would want to write the whole thing. I don't know.
Porn actresses?
I don't want to have to get a license.
Yeah.
Don't want to have to get a license. I just want to put it on some classified thing. Hey, actresses coming, blah, blah, blah.
I think you just want to tape people fucking. I don't think you're really...
No, I actually want to make...
You're going to frame this like you're fucking...
I want to make the cheesiest of all stereotypical porns ever.
Okay.
There's going to be a pizza delivery guy. There's going to be a plumber. There's going to be a guy that you owe money to. It's going to be like the normal stereotypical porn. But I just thought it'd be... to me, that just sounds like prostitution if you don't have a license to do it.
Well, I mean, porn is prostitution to a certain extent, right? I mean...
Well, but it's legal.
Yeah. Well, I don't even think it's legal in certain areas. A lot of porn has to be shot in certain fucking counties and everything else.
Well, a lot of it's done in California, in the San Fernando Valley.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, a lot of them was done in Vegas, too. Most of it, before it was in Vegas, and that's prostitution was legal. So
I was going to hire Harry Guy to be a fluffer.
Yeah, no, Harry Guy be an excellent fluffer.
Yeah,
he has the look down. Like when I see Harry Guy, I'm like, well, that guy, what is he, a dart thrower or a fluffer? I can't figure it out.
I'm thinking fluffer.
Yeah,
and Harry Guy, I'll even let you fluff the females.
That's
you
nice
basically, they'll be standing there, getting ready to go on scene. You'll just come over, jolt the bean a little bit, get them flowing, and then send them in.
Man, it just bothers me the amount of dart players I know. Like, and they all look like they should be playing darts.
How about this? How about this for a porn?
Yeah.
There's a dart player.
Uh-oh.
And he goes around to all these different bars, and everywhere he goes, the women throw themselves at him.
I mean, yeah, that's never going to happen.
It happens to the NBA players, to the NFL players.
Not to the dart players.
Dart players. Let's do it for Harry Guy since he does a fucking thing every week.
Dart night.
Oh, my God.
I mean, come on. It's like, have you ever seen someone cool playing darts?
Is that Benicio del Toro standing behind him?
I don't know. Benicio
and Matt Hudson putting his arm around him?
Old Huddy.
Dart players are... Never mind.
Yeah, don't be mean. I mean,
no.
All right, but yeah, we haven't done more research, and Chris isn't actually going to shoot a porn. But it'd be cool.
I would like to.
Yeah, why not?
I would just. How
do you get a license? What do you mean?
It.
What do you mean? How do you get a license? What do I just got to write someone and say, hey, hello, John, I'm making a porn. Can you send me a porn license? What the fuck?
I want my name in the credits, my porn name, because I have 3 different porn names. Have I ever told you those?
I don't know. If so, I don't remember.
I have 3 different porn names. In the first one, I'm a janitor.
All right.
At a very exclusive college.
All right.
Okay.
Is your name Colon Pipes?
No, it goes with the Good Will Hunting thing. Okay, I'm a janitor at a very exclusive college, and I fuck all the sex ed teachers silly, and the students. Only sex ed because they're thinking they're learning about it, and then here comes lonely old me.
Mm-hmm.
My name in that is Will Do Ya.
Will Do Ya.
Duyya. The name of the movie, Good Will Do Ya.
Good Will Do Ya.
It's a ripoff, but so is Shaving Ryan's Privates. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, there's a bunch of ripoffs.
There's a whole bunch of them.
That's that whole genre of porn.
Then I have a whole series of porn in which I'm a hillbilly.
A series.
It's a whole series. It'd be like the Mr. Bean movies. There's a whole series. I'm making a still. FBI agent comes out to bust me. I fuck her. She forgets all about it. I fuck everybody. My name is Ray Jean Boner. If we say it real fast, Raging Boner.
Yeah, we get it. We get it.
But Ray Jean sounds hillbilly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, kind of. But
and then I have a cartoon porn series.
The last name is Boner.
Yeah.
Like that character in Growing Pains.
I'll spell it Bowner. So then I do a series of cartoon porn under the surname HR Fucking Stuff.
HR Fucking Stuff. That's a good name.
That's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, that sounds smart.
Yeah, it is. And the Good Will Do Ya, I think, is awesome. There's me pushing them up. Next thing you know, she's in there teaching the class, and I go and I say, hey, excuse me, you're teaching that wrong. That's not what you're supposed to do.
Would you go by William Do Ya?
No, Will Do Ya.
I know, but I mean, you do William, and people don't really think about it, but then you break it down. And
he didn't go by, in Good Will Hunting, he didn't go by William. He was Will.
I don't remember that movie. I've seen it, but
yeah,
I don't remember any of it.
And then I'd go into the teacher and I'll say, after the class is over, hey, just to let you know, you were teaching that cunnilingus class. Mm-hmm. You were teaching it wrong. Let me show you how it's supposed to be done.
Are those fuck faces actually from Boston?
Yeah.
Really? Why don't they have that cool
Born
accent?
and raised. I think they did when they first came out.
And then
now they live
stopped?
in California.
Can you just stop an accent, though? I mean, most hillbillies I know stay hillbillies their whole life.
Well,
maybe because they want to.
All the Wahlbergs are from Boston. And they've kind of lost theirs.
Kinda. You can still. They seem like they're from Boston, though. Like,
I think Boston's full of fucking shit kickers who just fucking go around getting in fights all day.
I think that's the image they want. If not, you know what I mean? I think it's a bunch of assholes, yeah. Boston's full of a bunch of Irish fucks, you know?
It is.
A bunch of cunts.
I'm Irish.
Yes, kind of.
So those are my porn names. Always looking for more. If I can come up with a twist. But it would say, like, you know, here's my movie, written, produced, and directed by Ray Jean Boner. That's me. I'm famous. I could tell people down the road, hey, I made a porn. Here it is.
No, I get you. I understand why you want that. I still think you just want to film people fucking. But either way. Mexican word of the day, juicy. Did Juicy the Reds lose? SA? Shut the fuck up, Harry guy. You should have left that part off. Anyways, love you, though. Thanks for writing in. Jesus Christ. He signed off Stay Safe Ryan, which I still like. Maybe not 2 weeks in a row, but I still like it. And if it's a permanent thing, I don't mind that either.
You know, I mean, God, all the props in the world to Harry Guy for sending the emails.
Yes.
Even if they suck. But come on, guys.
No, they don't all suck. I mean,
pull out your phone and send a quick one. Hey, I always wondered, how come my wife doesn't come when I fuck her? Stuff like that. How come, you know, ask questions. We'll answer them and we'll help you.
I like how you think people are going to ask that question.
If you don't put your name on there, ask real questions.
And what kind of shitty wife you have that doesn't at least fake? Come on.
Most women don't come from intercourse.
Yeah. Women are usually either intercourse people or just clit people. So,
I have a lot of women that come during intercourse, and I'll tell you why.
Because you're a fucking bull.
Because apparently I have a nice subtle curve that hits spots that normally don't get hit.
How come I feel like 50% of the show is just you advertising for how well you fuck or like trying to get girls to fuck you? Like it's
that's not what I mean.
All right, guy. All right, listen out there. I got a nice curve. It's going to make you come. Most girls don't come, but I make them come. All right.
Maybe it's just that's why these are the ones I'm with, because they do.
Yeah, you could be a good fit. You know, it's a good fit for old Butt Eater.
I'm all for good fit.
You know, you and Butt Eater are a great fit for a Friday night fuckathon.
Hey, should we get real for 1 minute?
Sure.
Supreme Court?
Oh, I was going to later. They were part of my fuck you. They were my fuck you. Yeah.
Well, let's do fuck you then.
No, I could fuck you is how we end the show. And if you want to talk about Supreme Court now, I can change the fuck you. I can say fuck the Supreme, or we can just make them our joint asshole of the week, if you will. Do you got an asshole of the week?
Yeah, I do. I can't for the life of me.
All right, so we're not going to do asshole of the week right now. We'll get to that later.
It doesn't involve.
So let's just talk some shit about the Supreme Court. Fuck them.
Fuck them. It just it's so fucking beyond me that this country can go forward on so many things I would have never thought would have been in the forefront. But something as easy as the basic rights of a woman being able to determine what to do with her own fucking body is now back in question.
Yeah, you know, and you can get into the rights aspect of it, sure, but just in general, like, I don't understand the idea that the world would be better off without any kind of abortions. You know, now you're just going to have more people that are unloved, unwanted, and grow up to be more fucked up. And we barely have the resources and shit to figure out what we got going on now. More or less add another giant component of the people that are fucked up to that, you know, pile of humanity that already kind of sucks to begin with. All right. And not only that, but like most things, you're not stopping abortions. You can make drugs illegal. You're not stopping drugs. You're not stopping abortions. That's all there is to it. There's just going to be now an underground market for it, which is going to be less safe. And you're going to have now not only the child die that's fucking 3 months of load inside the girl, you're also going to now have the woman probably die every so often. So you're adding to the death rate. You're not fucking taking it down.
No.
It's just bullshit biblical fucking brain damage that's gone to happen on this country. The one thing I am
okay with, I'm okay with setting a time limit. Okay, this you can have a pregnancy up to this day.
Yeah, I just that time limit is so hard to call too, because it's like some women don't know they're fucking pregnant until they're 5 months pregnant.
Well,
now
true.
What? You know, that lady's like, well, fuck it. Sorry that you didn't gain that much weight, but you got to keep this motherfucker now.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, it's just hard to call with that kind of stuff. But Either way, it's just a horrible thing, and it's all based on Bible shit. And it's like, we're not supposed to be a country based on religion. You know, I understand you don't do it. Well, then don't fucking do it. I ain't asking you to get an abortion. I'm just saying if fucking, you know, Tammy down the street gets knocked up by her fucking cousin somehow, and she wants to abort this baby, and now she can't.
Because this actually includes women that were raped. It includes that.
It doesn't include. What it does is this wouldn't. If they did this decision
in Ohio, it would. Because Ohio's saying they're going to make them illegal, period.
That's the problem. So right now it's a federal law. If this gets knocked down, Roe versus Wade gets overturned, now it goes back to the states. Now some states are going to leave it the way it is. You know, California's not going to change much. No. You know, any kind of liberal state probably won't change much. But these backwood ass hillbilly states, like your Floridas, your Alabamas, your even fucking Ohio nowadays, Kentucky, whatever, like
Virginia,
West
luck. Virginia,
you know what I mean?
Shit,
good luck. And some of them are going to make exceptions for the rape and for incest and everything, but some of them aren't. And it's fucked up. It's fucked up, and especially coming from a party who. Their whole thing is the state, government shouldn't get involved, blah, 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 blah. And then they want to get involved in this, all based on a stupid fucking religious ideas that were born in many, many years ago. And it wasn't for anything else besides they wanted to make their cult bigger. That was the only reason why religion looked down on abortion, because they wanted as many kids as possible, because then they have as much people as they can into religion. And at the time when religion first started, you needed the numbers. That's why the Catholic Church dominated all fucking Europe. You know what I mean? They had the numbers, and that meant so much. And that's why they didn't like abortion. That's why Catholics tend to have like 12 fucking kids back in the day. You know what I mean? It was just to build the numbers up. That's all it was.
Catholics also say no to birth control. So
exactly, because they want to build their numbers up. That's the whole point. So that's all that original shit is based on. It has nothing. You think they knew the fucking science behind abortion when the Bible was getting written? You know what I mean? Like, of course not. That shit wasn't even a thing. So
it just seems to me like in 2022, this isn't the kind of thing we need to be addressing. We've got so many fucking more things that should be on the fucking front burner. The thing about it is that 99.9% of women that go through an abortion, they're not doing it because they enjoy doing it.
This is the worst moment of their life a lot of times.
And it's going to haunt them for the rest of their fucking life. They're not doing it because it's birth control to them or they enjoy it. They're doing it because where their life is at this point, it's not a good place to bring a child into and whatever their personal reasons are.
Yeah.
But if these guys are thinking that, these women are going out and having 9, 10 abortions, I think that's bullshit. I think an average woman has an abortion, and for years she's traumatized by the fact that she did it.
Yes. That's the vast majority of them.
By far.
They don't feel good about that.
Of course not. Nobody would.
No.
Okay, and you're taking these women that are making this fucking horrible choice, but they feel like that's the only choice they have at the time.
It's the best choice for everybody involved most of the time. It's the best choice for the woman. It's the best choice for the man. And it's usually the best choice for the fucking baby.
Right. You're talking to a girl in high school that accidentally gets pregnant the first time she has sex, and she has plans of making something of her life and going to college and doing this and doing that, and you're going to say, no, now I'm going to strap you with a baby for the rest of your life, and everything you wanted to do is not going to be accomplished now. It's such bullshit that we feel like that anybody in politics feels like they have the right to fucking do that. It kills me.
Well, and that's the thing that bothers me the most, because you say in politics have whatever. I don't think the politicians care. They're just playing to dumb people. They're playing to that strong religious right who wants that. You think fucking Donald Trump gives a fuck about abortions? He probably has 5 of them on his name. You know what I mean? Like he knew that in order to get them to vote a certain way, he had to say that he gave a shit about stuff like that. He's just playing them. They're too fucking stupid to know it, or maybe they're not because they got their way in the end. Trump got elected, and now he put those fucking crazy Supreme Court people in that don't give a fuck about the law. Right. They just give a fuck about politics.
About getting elected again the next time it comes around. That's what they care about.
Well, I mean, they don't have to get elected. Once you're on the Supreme Court, you're on the Supreme Court for life.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, you're giving your politicians your support and doing all that shit, and that's what they care about. That's why they put you there.
It's gross. The only people I could take any kind of criticism for abortion from will be like people that have adopted like 5 kids. It's like, all right, well, you're backing up what you say. You know, don't get them aborted. We'll adopt them.
Yeah.
And if every fucking asshole,
do you think these assholes are going to take a crack baby home?
None
Fuck
of them.
no.
And that's the thing. You know, if every one of these fucking abortion people were going out and adopting 2 kids and taking care of them, okay, well then maybe we have a discussion to have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe people should be having these kids and then they put into a program and get adopted by people that'll love them. But the truth is, those people don't fucking exist.
No.
So. It's just bad for everyone. Like you said, I mean, maybe put some kind of time limit on it. Okay, I just don't know the time. I don't disagree with you completely. You know, like I'm not looking for 8-month abortions, but
right.
But you know, when you're getting an abortion before the kid has feet, go fuck yourself. Like, come on.
See, that's why I think that the fucking Plan B should be free and readily available to every woman out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bitch should be taking that shit like a daily vitamin for all I give a shit.
Exactly right.
You know what
Me
I mean?
too.
If you don't want to have a kid, let's just get it done right away.
I'm all for that because there's no way in the world that, although the crazy people will look at that as abortion.
That's no more abortion than fucking blowing a load on the back of a computer chair.
No.
All right, that's not an abortion. There's nothing going on.
But I'm all for the Plan B being readily available to any woman who wants them. You should be able to get on there and ask for them by mail. Give me a year's worth.
Yeah, no,
government should eat that cost.
That's fine with me. They'd save money in the end.
This fucking ridiculous fight wouldn't be going on right now because that is not an abortion in any way, shape, or form.
No.
The next day,
yeah.
It's not. So I don't know. I just fuck you guys for just making choices for people. I fucking hate it all. It pisses me off.
It
fucking
curses
bad.
me. And really, I've had this argument with some of my conservative friends. Like, it should make you mad. Like, this is not what conservatives should stand for. You know what I mean? I just don't get it. It goes against everything a fucking real conservative should actually believe.
Real conservative believes the government should
that's
be
what I mean.
controlling anything part of your life.
Yeah, they're there to defend you, and that's about it. That's the idea of the government for a real conservative, and that's not the way it is.
We don't have real conservative anymore.
No, just like we don't have real Democrats. That's why it pisses me off when people call me a Democrat. It's like, no, fucking Bill Clinton's a Democrat. Nancy Pelosi's a Democrat. I'm not a Democrat.
Right.
You call me a liberal, okay, I can deal with that, but don't call me a fucking Democrat.
I don't know. Just pisses me off.
Yeah.
The whole thing makes me I mean, it hasn't happened yet. It's just talk.
Yeah.
It's what they're trying to do.
Well, apparently it wasn't talk. It was they wrote up how they were going to do this, and it got leaked. I don't know who leaked it. I guess one of the Supreme Court people. And the idea is to try to play the midterms, so now people vote Democrat in the midterms, which probably isn't going to happen anyways because Biden sucks.
There's no way it happens.
Yeah. And it's a false fucking hope anyways because they've been voting Democrat forever, and you fucks haven't done anything.
Nothing.
You know what I mean?
Nothing.
The people that are running for Democrats are the people to get elected and who they want to be in charge aren't the people that should be in charge. So the Democratic Party is just as fucking useless as the Republican Party. I might sit the midterms out this year. Like, I just fucking hate politics in America these days.
I do too.
Fucking hate it. But hey, let's keep this anger up because you have an asshole of the week.
I do.
Get it.
This is to me a pointless kind of selfish asshole. Because God knows I don't have I cuss a lot and I use bad language.
You curse?
I do.
No.
Occasionally. But every day I go to pick my son up from school. Mm-hmm. Okay? And they're canceling bus routes left and right. And you basically have to get in this long-ass fucking line and sit there 30 minutes before your kid gets out just so you can have a place in the lot. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And when I get there, there's always the same 15 or 20 cars. They're always there. Yesterday, I'm parked behind one, and I've seen it 100 times. It just pisses me off. This woman's there to pick up her elementary school kid. Mm-hmm. And on the back of her car, a blue Nissan Rogue, license plate, never mind. There's a big bumper sticker, a big sticker. You know, people put stickers all over their windows now.
Yeah.
It said, "Don't fuck with my aura." There's 1,000 kids walking up and down the fucking roads.
So what?
Come on, man.
No, I'm not.
You're a fucking parent. You're picking up your kid from an elementary school, and every kid that walks by that car is reading it and saying, "Don't fuck with my aura."
I'm not with you.
Fuck her. Cover it up when you pick your fucking kid up. You want to drive down the road and be a fucking righteous cunt hippie? Go right ahead. Do your thing. But don't do it when you're in line at an elementary school. That would be like fucking having a bumper sticker that says white power.
No.
It's the same fucking thing. You're teaching these fucking kids something they don't need to be learning.
So you're thinking someone that says fuck in front of a kid is the same person that says the N-word?
I'm merely saying
Like,
you're
come on.
teaching these kids something they don't need to learn in elementary school.
Fine, whatever.
They don't need to see the word fuck on mom's car.
You could say that 100 times in a row, but to compare it to white power is kind of ridiculous.
It might have been a stretch, but the whole point is you're teaching these kids something they don't need to learn right now.
Or do they? I don't give a fuck.
Oh, does a kindergartner need to see the word fuck?
They can't read it. They're kindergartners.
My son could read from first grade on.
Well, you just said kindergarten. And my kid knows how to spell fuck now, too, because he tells me all the time. But either way, we've been over this. I've talked about my kid. I don't give a fuck about language. It just doesn't bother me. Intent matters more than anything to me. I don't care about cuss words. I think that's irrational. I think it's old. I just think it's... Yeah, you heard it.
Oh, fuck, you're my new asshole of the week. You just took her place.
I'll take it.
You took it.
I don't even care. I think that's irrational.
Asshole of the week.
That a fucking combination of fucking letters and noises you can make from your mouth is offensive. That a kid can't see it. Oh, they can't handle a word. You're fucking pussy ass kid out of here if you can't handle a word.
These
That's like the
kids
motherfuckers.
are fucking 5 and 6 years old.
Get over it.
And she's got a sticker this big that says "Don't fuck with my aura." Can't you cover it up
No.
when you pick your kid up?
Fuck your kid.
Cunt face.
No, I disagree. Fuck your kid. Fuck everyone else's kid that has an issue
Dual
with that.
assholes of the week.
And they're fine. Everybody's going to end up fine out of this. Stop worrying about cuss words. Who gives a shit?
They're a stepping stone
To what?
to saying them at inappropriate times.
That's why you got to teach your kid not to say them at inappropriate times.
I think inappropriate time is when you're picking your kid up from school.
Yeah, you shouldn't be out there just having your kid yell it. But
You've just
I'm
verified my fucking
No, I'm not.
my objection.
I'm an adult. I can write whatever I want in my car. I'm an adult. The kid shouldn't be saying it. You need to teach your kid not to say that. That's an issue. If you care, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
So you're one of those do as I say, not as I do parents.
No, there's an age time. Yeah, I guess. But just like anything, you let your kid drink beer.
No.
Exactly. That's the same thing. Everybody's a do as I whatever, but there's an age limit. You know what I mean? I've told him, I was like, once you get to middle school, you can cuss in front of me a little bit more. I don't give a fuck. But, for now, you shouldn't cuss in front of your mom. You shouldn't cuss in front of me, and you shouldn't cuss in front of, parental figures or school figures. I don't give a fuck what you do with your friends. Have a good time. Because I know what I did when I was that age. I said cuss words. Who are we pretending that doesn't go around cussing at that age? Who are we pretending just
I
because
didn't start cussing until I was in my 40s.
Well, still 30 years ago when you started cussing.
Fuck you.
But seriously, I'm already, by that age, I'm already cussing.
Well, I'm
having a good time.
I was too, but I wasn't doing it to my parents.
Exactly.
And I didn't.
And just because they read it on a bumper says they're going to say it to you.
In my whole life, my mother has said the F word once that I've heard.
And you got to remember, you're growing up in a completely fucking different generation than these kids nowadays who are on YouTube when they're 5. All right, and hearing every
it's
fucking...
their parents that are putting them on there.
For sure, but did you...
To make the money.
Well, no, I'm not even talking about the people making the videos. I'm talking about they just spend massive time watching YouTube. YouTube is our kids' television.
Yeah, but
that's
my
our
kids'
cable.
YouTube has parental controls out the ass on it, and it's
they slip
kids'
through,
YouTube.
Dude. And mine too, but they slip through every once in a while in there, and I'll hear, motherfucker, and you're just like, what the hell? And... what I'm saying is these kids these days have been exposed to curse words so much earlier probably than we were, and we're just fucking lying to ourselves if we think these kids aren't out there. That's what kids do. You find out something you can't do. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, but you find it out from your friends, not from your friend's mom.
You find it out from wherever. You're just going to find out. You're going to start hearing words. You're going to know that you're not supposed to say those words when your parents are around. So when your parents aren't around, of course you're going to say them.
Yeah, she's my
Because that's what
asshole.
everybody does.
She's my asshole.
You can call her an asshole, though. That's fine. I don't know. It doesn't bother me.
It's too bad we're not doing dumb cunt of the week. Because she'd be it.
I'm just not a sensitive bitch like you, I guess, and it doesn't bother me. So,
you got an asshole?
no, I don't. You, you for calling me an asshole for having an opinion that curse words are not bad.
They are bad at
Ooh, they're
at
bad.
the wrong place, the wrong time. And picking up your kid from an elementary school when every kid is walking up and down that aisle and sees a big fuck on the back of your car, I don't think is setting a great example.
Everything can be wrong if done at the wrong time. All right? Try breakdancing at a funeral. It's not going to go over well. All right? But breakdancing isn't bad.
What if the deceased was a famous breakdancer and you were paying tribute?
Well, then we got a node going on, and that's a little bit different. But I'm just talking about...
I'm going to find one.
I'm just talking about Mamaw's funeral. You know, you just walk up there, they're giving their little, gaudy speeches and shit, and you just walk up behind that preacher and just fucking busting in it. You know what I mean? It's not going to go over well. But breakdancing's not bad. You can breakdance. You just got to know when to breakdance. And that's how you have to act with cursing, too.
You read too much into shit.
I'm smart. I don't read it too much. I'm just saying everything can be bad at a certain time.
Well,
it is your job as a parent to teach them when they can do and when they can't do things. Not to try to hide different shit that's going to be in their face their whole fucking life.
Don't you agree that half the fucking problem, because I agree this, and you might say, oh, that's an age thing.
Probably.
The kids are shittier now than they were when I was a kid.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know your kids.
And it's because the parents are shittier than they were when I was a kid.
Maybe.
Parents today, a lot of parents today suck. First of all, they're having kids too young. I know a fucking guy who at 15 was smoking weed with his kid. The kid was 13. He was smoking weed with his own kid.
Mm-hmm.
Weed's not a terrible thing when you're an adult and you can make that decision.
13's a little bit too young to be smoking weed.
I think it is.
Yeah.
And he told his kid, as long as you do it here at the house with me, you're fine. No, that's what you do with your 17-year-old when he wants to drink a beer.
But here's the thing. I know someone that the exact same thing, and one kid's a lawyer and one kid's a fucking doctor of some sort, So it's like, you never know. I like what's
Ted
good,
Bundy
what's bad.
was in law school.
But I tend to agree with you.
Ted Bundy was in law school.
Yeah, but both these people are sane people that are leading perfectly normal, normal lives by anyone else's standards. So they grew up fine. They became successful. I don't encourage it though. I think they are the exception to the rule of that particular thing, because he also pushed that. He also pushed education. He also did this, and this. Typically, the parent that smokes weed with the 13-year-old kid isn't pushing for the other shit either. You know what I mean? So
you're right there.
I don't encourage
right
that. And as far as parents being bad, good, I do think it's not an age. It is an age thing, but it's not because you're old. Because I think my generation's the same way, and I think the generation under us is going to be the same way in a generation. It's just everybody thinks the kids are fucked up. It's a pastime that's been going on for 200 years, where everybody thinks the next generation's fucked up and their generation
would you
better.
Be at your age? Would you be considered a millennial?
I think
I'm Gen X.
I fight it. I fight it all the time, but
I'm
I think
Gen X.
What's weird about those stupid fucking things is they change the years every so often.
Now and
At
then.
one time, I was Gen X. Gen X started in 80, and I've even seen Gen X start in 70, or end it rather in 80, and I've either seen it end in 81. But now they're saying it ends in like 78 or 79, and I'm a millennial, which bugs the shit out of me. But whatever, who gives a fuck in the end?
I know that I'm Gen X.
Because
I know.
I've always looked at the millennial generation as just a bunch of pussies, so it kind of bothers
entitled
me.
Pussies.
But then again, I'm sure the baby boomers looked at Gen X like entitled pussies. So
Probably.
It's just the way it goes. It's just a passed down thing.
What is the current one?
I don't even know. There was like a Gen Y after.
Oh, there was a Gen Y, wasn't there?
Then Gen Y's done, and there's whatever's going on now.
Gen Z?
No, I don't think that's a thing. I don't think they just keep on going with letters. We were the first letters.
Yeah.
X was the first letters. You're not Gen X, are you?
Yeah.
Really?
Born in 65.
When does Gen X start?
Baby boomers ended in 62.
I think there was one in between there. Why would that generation be so fucking long?
No, I'm Gen X.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to look here of what they're saying Gen X is now. 65 to 80. So we would both be Gen Xers according to this person. Because I was born in 80. You were born in what?
65.
Were you really, or are you making shit up? Because I never trust you when you talk about age.
Let me
do the math.
65.
Yeah, 65 that's actually a true statement by him. All right, we don't get that much.
Fuck off! You get nothing but true statements out of me. That's what makes me so weird.
I don't know, man. You're usually full of shit when it comes to age, though. 80 to 84. See, and this one I'm putting with the millennials. Generation Y, millennials, 80 to 94. Z, Generation Alpha, and then Generation Beta. Give me a break. What are we coming up with these names? Who decided this shit? Who wants to be Generation Beta?
See, there is a Gen Z. I knew there was a Gen Z.
Yeah, Gen Z, 95 to 209. That would be most of our
kids,
younger friends too. Yeah, my kid. No, my kid would be Generation Alpha.
Well, Nate would be Generation Alpha, 2012.
You know what's fucked up though? Who wants to be known as Generation Beta? Beta's not a good thing, right?
It's the second letter in the Greek alphabet.
I know, but that's what people look at as bitches. You got alphas, the tough guys, and then betas are bitches. So, like, why would you want to be permanently known as a bitch?
Well, that's true.
I got issues with this.
Hey, so here's something exciting. I'm doing something interesting, and I'm doing it on June 1st. You know I veet, right?
Yeah.
I veet on a regular basis. And it's good because it keeps the hair from growing in your bikini region up to 4 to 5 weeks sometimes. Okay? On June 1st, I'm getting a Brazilian waxing. Because I was told that if you wax your butthole in your area there.
Wait, what date?
June 1st.
How were they booked out that far?
First week of June.
Were they booked out that far, or do you got something special coming up that week?
No, that's the week I'm going to do it.
But I mean, is there a reason for that? Do you you got a June 2nd butt eating party or something?
No,
or?
I said when I was talking to her, I said, why don't we just plan on a couple weeks out? And she said, what, around June 1st? And I said, yeah, around June 1st is fine.
Oh, okay. This is just like a friend that's doing it?
No, this is a place.
Oh, so you called a place and said, hey, I want to get my butthole waxed.
Yeah, it's called a Manzillion.
I couldn't even ask for that with a straight face.
Now, they used to do Brazilian waxings for men at like Mitchell's and shit like that, and they didn't. They stopped it because all these creepers were coming in and getting boners and stuff. I'm not going to get a boner when you're stripping the wax off my taint. I'm not.
Yeah, I feel like the exact opposite.
I think that's going to hurt like a motherfucker.
I might get an inner, you know?
Yeah.
My shit's crawling back in.
So I'm going to record it for a broadcast on the show. Now, you're not going to see the wax going on there. There'll be a little, she said there's like a little divider.
Wait a minute. This lady said you can record it?
She said I can record it as long as I'm not recording her face doing it.
So wait a minute. You called this fucking random salon that does butt waxings for dudes. Manzillions. And you said, hey, I want to get a Manzillion in a few weeks, and I want to record it.
I told her, I said, look, I want to get one of these. And part of the reason I said, because I use hair remover now, and I want to stay off longer. And I said, but also I want to be able to use it on my podcast to, tell people what I'm going through during the process.
Okay.
And she goes, I don't care if you record it, just don't record me.
Okay, fair enough. That's hilarious.
And, apparently you lay on a table, and it's like getting a fucking C-section. There's a little fucking panel they can put there.
So this lady's like a specialist.
Oh yeah, that's what she does for a living. She does waxing.
But mostly men, because
she does women and men.
I'm sure she does women and men, but I bet you she gets a lot of men, because you just said a lot of places don't do it because of the boner factor. So this chick's might be her specialty might be men's asshole waxings. Could you imagine could you imagine kissing your kids goodbye in the morning knowing you're just going to wax dudes' buttholes all day? Like, could you imagine kissing your mom goodbye in the morning?
She told me the whole process.
Yeah.
And I told her, I'll do the asshole. I'll do the taint.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take care of the top myself. You're not waxing my actual testicles.
Yeah.
I think they're just too sensitive, and I think you're going to pull some skin off.
Yeah, I'll be scared of that.
But she is going to do the taint and the asshole for the low cost of $54.
$54? That's the running rate to wax a butthole?
According to her, I won't get hair back for up to 12 weeks.
You know, that's not bad, because when you think about it, this bitch can probably wax 3 buttholes an hour at least.
She said the whole process will take no more than 15 minutes.
That's what I mean. So 3 buttholes an hour at $54 of butthole waxing, that's good money. Yeah. There's good money in butthole waxing, ladies. Well, if you want to get out there and wax some dudes' buttholes,
she said we also do the top. We do the pubic area and all that. And I said, well, I'll take care of that.
Yeah. Why would I want you to do that? Well, it's the matter of being gone for a long time.
I can reach those.
That too.
The asshole, now that it's properly bleached and the color I desired, might as well get rid of the hair forever. And the Veet only keeps it gone for about 4 to 5 weeks. So if this is a real thing and it can be gone for 12 weeks, I'm all for trying it.
Yeah. My asshole's a disaster right now.
It just looks like you fucking got a wig crammed in your crack.
No, I'm not even talking about hair. I think my hemorrhoids are out of control right now, so it's a disaster. And when I flow back in, I'm back keto full time now for like 10 days straight, which is a long time for me to not fuck up. And, I've already lost like 14 pounds or some dumb shit.
It's that quick.
But either way, like, my IBS goes into fucking overdrive when I first kick back into keto full time. So I go from fucking constipation to diarrhea to fucking pencil looking shits and stuff. And like, because forever I thought I had ass cancer, and then I went and found that I had IBS. And I still think every day that I have ass cancer, and they're going to tell me that tomorrow. All right. but from everything I read, I got IBS, whatever. What's what the doctor told me. And then I'm on the metformin for the diabetes, so that don't fucking help. Everything's wrong inside of here. All right. But I think the hemorrhoids are out of control because I had quite a bit of blood like maybe 3 days ago. Yeah.
You getting pegged.
It looked like I stabbed a lamb or something.
God, really?
It was a decent amount of blood on that paper. It grossed me out. And I freaked out.
See, that would make me fucking lose it, dude. I'd be like, why is there shit on the fucking toilet paper? I'd freak out.
Blood, you mean?
Yeah, blood.
Well, hemorrhoids.
Yeah, but
hemorrhoids.
I had my first one, recently, and that fucking bled.
Well, most of them do when they that's all it is, basically, is a blood blister for the most part, like kind of to a certain extent. And when they pop, you get what's full. And I think I had a big one pop.
One time I jacked off.
I get a lot of internal ones too, not external ones. From the IBS, so I don't know what they look like. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm looking at they just pop and then it's like, ow.
Does it hurt?
No, it don't really hurt. It really don't hurt. They'll itch every once in a while and stuff like that. But usually it's not like this. It's just this keto is really fucking turned.
It does it to me too. But when I started keto almost 2 years ago.
Actually, I think it started on the trip.
Rocks.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's never changed. Even when I'm off keto now, it still rocks.
Well, see, rocks are a problem for me because I don't know if you know about IBS, but that basically means your colon and shit, or your intestines, whatever the poop goes through, like closes
up. Your bowels.
Yeah, like closes up like that. So those rocks aren't fucking going through there. So now you got to wait for those rocks to turn into diarrhea before they shoot through there, or you got to wait for your IBS to lighten up, which, happens eventually, but sometimes.
So a lot of times when you're shitting now, the look on your face is probably pretty priceless. I mean, you're probably in some serious agony sometimes.
No, dude, my blood pressure goes down. I'm good, man. That's the most relaxing time of my life is on the shitter. All right, I'm reading whatever I want to read. I'm putting my bets in. I'm doing whatever I got to do. But it's, I got that heart rate monitor on my wrist all the time, and my shit goes down when I'm taking a shit.
Really?
Yeah, my lowest heart rate probably during the day is when I'm shitting or sleeping.
Yeah, mine don't have time for that.
Or sometimes when I'm on stick at work.
Really?
For whatever reason, my heart rate goes down on stick. I'm relaxed, I guess.
You don't have to do much.
Yeah, just chilling. Watching people make money or lose money, talking shit to your friends.
You don't actually have to bend over and do all the work.
Especially if you're on if you're on a high limit table, because they don't typically bet the inside shit so much. So unless you get a 7 on the come out, I'm sure this is riveting. The people have no idea what we're talking about.
No.
Hey, fuck you, man. Inside baseball has to happen every once in a while, right?
It does.
Jesus Christ, get off our back.
Hey, so when I came in, the Reds were tied 2-2.
Oh, man, we might get our 4th win of the year.
Yeah. Do you realize we're on pace to be the second worst team that ever played the fucking game?
Right. If we don't win one game this weekend, we will have the worst start in baseball history.
It was second worst this week.
Yeah, if we don't win this weekend, it's the worst ever in baseball history.
Well,
that's impressive, and I'm really hoping they lose all weekend.
Well,
I want to be the worst.
They're playing the second worst team in the fucking league.
That's the problem. Is we also have the Pirates in our fucking division, and they're horrible too. They're just
we're playing a doubleheader with them right now. Holy shit! The Reds won the first game 9-2.
Oh, look at the Reds out there winning their 4th game.
7 runs in the 8th inning.
Well, you know what? We shouldn't change a thing then. It's obviously working. We won a game.
Hey, Castellini, great job.
Yeah, good job there, Phil. You fucking cunt.
God, he is too.
Jesus
that motherfucker.
Christ.
It's kind of like Major League. He's hoping that the attendance falls down so much so we can relocate somewhere. That's what it feels like.
Major League Baseball isn't going to let them relocate.
Oh, no, they won't let them relocate.
You can't willy-nilly just go wherever the fuck you want. Major League Baseball is not going to lose the Cincinnati Reds. They're a historic team.
The oldest team ever.
They're just not going to do it. That won't ever get voted. So they can go fuck themselves with their little shit. They can go move away. Maybe you want to go buy a fucking team in Baltimore. That's fine. I don't give a fuck, but it's not going to be the Reds.
They got a team already.
I'm just saying that it's not going to be the Reds. They're not going anywhere, so go fuck yourself,
And if you think
Phil.
about it, there's not a lot of fucking big markets that don't have a team anymore.
I mean,
There's a few.
Imagine that argument too. Like, we want to look, the attendance is down. Hey, cunt, you're 3-22. What did you expect?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they have no argument. It'd be different if they wanted to move the team because they had a great winning team and still no one came to the ballpark. Then you have an argument. But if you got a losing team, good luck. You know what I mean? That's your fault.
Hey, big UFC fight tonight. Yeah. And how about giving your predictions?
Oliveira wins by submission either round before the third round, I think. Either way, Oliveira wins by a submission. You can get that right now at plus 135 if you're listening live, which you're not. So go fuck yourself. And I also think Cerrone loses tonight. I think Cerrone's his final battle. Well, minus 40. But
he's had a lot of fights.
But he's also fighting another old man, though. It's Joe Luazon versus Donald Cerrone. Those are two old school UFC veterans. So it is a fair fight, I think. He's not fighting some new up-and-comer or anything like that. But I think Luazon's probably got more left in his tank right now than Cerrone does. I think he wins. I think Thug Rose loses. Sorry. I hope that's not true. I hope by the time you listen to this, you go, you're wrong. Thug Rose is still the champion.
I like Rose.
Because she's one of my faves.
Yeah, mine too.
But I just think Carla Esparza is a bad matchup for her. She's going to wrestle her. The thing about Rose is, regardless, everybody she's fought has still been able to take her down pretty easily. Now, she's been able to get up, but she hasn't fought good wrestlers. So the last good wrestler she fought was Esparza, who beat her. So, I think Esparza is going to pull off that upset, get that upset money. I think Shogun Hua tonight pulls off an upset against OSP, brings out the old school Shogun and wins this. He lost to OSP once, but at plus 260, I fucking took it. Outside of that, I don't give a fuck. Right. Oh, no, Tony Ferguson's back tonight.
Oh, he is fighting
Tony Ferguson's back tonight against Michael Chandler, who, for those who don't know Michael Chandler, he came from a different organization and was a bad motherfucker for a long time. He was one of the best in Bellator for a long time. Came over to UFC. He's only fought top guys. He's 1-2, but every one of those fights have been good. It's not like he's gone out and got blown out.
Right.
Dude puts on a fight. That's going to be a fun fucking fight. But I think Chandler wins.
Do you?
Yeah, Ferguson, he's 39. He's lost his last 3. He just doesn't look like the same fighter. You're going to lose it eventually. We actually deal to one of Ferguson's coaches, right? He comes in every once in a while, boxer. And he was Ferguson's boxing coach for a long time. And he actually gave me a little insight into that whole debacle going on. And he basically told me that Ferguson's kind of just a fucking lunatic. And so he has a hard time sticking to anything. His fight IQ's not the best because he's crazy. He's literally crazy. I think he said he's bipolar schizophrenic or some shit like that. I mean, he's fully nuts. So I just don't think he's going to be able to pull it all back together.
Fully nuts?
Yeah, fully nuts. I don't think he's going to be able to pull it back together.
You think Poirier's done?
No, Poirier's rich. I mean, so is he done? Is he still a top 5 fighter? For sure. He's a top 3 fighter probably. And
who's if you were going to say who's Poirier's next fight, I couldn't.
That's the thing is Poirier's at the point though where he can pick and choose his fights and he can get a money fight. They were trying to set up him and Nate Diaz, which would have been a money fight. Nate Diaz has one more fight on his contract. He really wants to get it out of the way so he can be free and go fight whoever. I think Nate Diaz will probably end up fighting Jake Paul when it's all said and done. He'll get this fight and then he'll go fight Jake Paul in a boxing match and make some money. But either way, Nate Diaz has one fight left in his contract, and UFC has been slow rolling him, not giving him a fight. They wanted to make it Poirier for a long time, which would have been a great fight.
Good fight.
I think Poirier wins that. I think Poirier wins that pretty easy, but it's going to be a fun to watch fight.
Hell yeah.
Nate Diaz, no one could take a beating like Nate Diaz.
Nobody.
And he'll give it back, too. Diaz, but either way, I think in the end he wins.
That time Conor McGregor was beating the fuck out of Nate Diaz. He got on his back and choked him out. I mean, it happens.
Conor McGregor.
That was Nick.
No, that was Nate.
That was Nate.
And Nate Diaz in that fight, the only reason Conor came back kind of was because Conor lost it. And Conor was known for that. Yeah. After about 2.5, 3 rounds, he didn't have cardio anymore. And so that when he just ran out of breath, and Nate Diaz will never. I've always said this about the Diaz brothers. They're undefeated in untimed fights. You're not beating a Diaz brother if there's no time limit. Sorry. You're just going to run out of steam beating them up, and then they're going to choke you to death. Yeah. All right? Like, it's just, those guys are bad motherfuckers.
Like Ferguson. Same thing with Ferguson, right?
Yes, Ferguson I don't think's ever been. You can't take him out, so you could be right on that too. But unfortunately, this isn't an untimed fight, and they don't win decisions very often because they do get their ass kicked usually for 3.5, 4 rounds before they start kicking ass because the other guy's so tired of beating their ass that it happens. Right. But I love the Diaz brothers. Anyways, they're setting Nate Diaz up with I can't even say the guy's name. Kim Kim Machabayev or some shit like that. But he's like the next big thing that the UFC is trying to put together. And he's a bad motherfucker. And they're gonna send Nate Diaz out with a badass kicking, I think, for being such a prick to him for a while. But everything that he's done, I think, is deserved too, because UFC's a fucking...
Yeah, but Nate Diaz, he's always been fucked the system. In that one fucking press conference, they said, "Hey, Nate, how many guys in the UFC are on steroids?" He said, all of them. Every one of them.
He's not wrong, though.
And then you see Dana just going...
My favorite was when they get Nate Diaz to commit to the Conor McGregor fight, the second Conor McGregor fight. Dana White had to let Nate Diaz slap him, and it's on tape. It's hilarious.
Did he slap him hard?
Oh yeah, he slapped the shit out of him. But it's just fucking great. That's just Nate Diaz. Like, no, I ain't gonna take your fight. I don't care if I make $5 million. I ain't gonna take it. Fuck him. I already beat him.
Let me slap you.
He's a loser. And then they made a deal. He'll let him slap him on camera, and then he'll take the fight. Fucking love it.
What if he said, "Jack me off"? You think Dana White would have done it? Dana White, jack me off, and I'll take any fight you want to give me. I'll fight fucking Usman. You give me any fight you want to.
Well, that's the thing with Nate Diaz. He will fight anybody. But yeah, if Dana White knew that he'd make a lot of money and he knew he had to jack someone off to get it done, I don't know. I don't think Dana would, because he's too good at like turning down money. Dana White will sometimes go against his own.
Yeah, I know he's done
personal best interest just to keep a feud going, or just for a hate, because he's a fucking asshole. I mean, that's the bottom line. Dana White's a cunt, and like, he's literally like, he could have made so much more money off certain fighters, but instead he'd rather sit him on the bench for a while and not let him fight, just to show his control and be a fucking asshole. That's the way Dana White's always been.
But in the end, it's the money that drives him. Because
the money drives him, but also just personal spite a lot of times drives Dana White. That's just the way he's built. Yeah, it's hilarious. There's no other promoter in the world that shits on their champions as much as Dana White does. As soon as they
Don King.
He didn't shit on his champions.
He owned his champions.
No, sure. I'm not talking.
He fucking owned them. He told them what to do, told them what to say, and they fucking did it.
But that's the thing. They did it. They never fought him. Like, he acted like his champions were the greatest thing in the world. That's what a promoter is supposed to do, is make their champions look great. Dana White will get a champion, and then all of a sudden they'll ask for more money, and he'll shit on them. Yeah. He'll openly shit on his champions, and like he does it in Ngannou right now.
Yeah.
Is another promoter in the world going to go, he shouldn't fight Tyson Fury? He's going to get murdered. He would suck at that, and it's like, what the fuck? You're literally giving up on money because you don't want to bow down to anybody ever.
Yeah,
it's impressive.
And speaking of that name, I think he's become my favorite fighter of all time, Tyson Fury.
I love Tyson Fury.
I'm listening to interviews from him. He's hilarious. He's fucking hilarious.
He's hilarious. He's a crazy person.
He's nuts.
I mean,
and he backs it up.
He's a bad motherfucker.
You can beat him up for 3 or 4 rounds, and he's not going down.
The shame of Tyson Fury...
He's going to get up and he's going to beat you.
The shame of Tyson Fury is he's fighting in what might be one of the worst heavyweight generations that we've had in a long time.
But at the same time, the division itself is weak. The top two, him and Deontay Wilder, they're not weak.
No, well, Wilder wouldn't win in another generation either, but he is a fun fighter. You know what I mean? He's going to beat any of your mid-tier guys, and just has that crazy punch of his.
Well, he's the haymakers.
And I wish he would have stuck more with it after the Fury fight and went out and got some more fights and got some more wins and proved that he's not, just Fury is really, really good. It's not that he's overrated.
I think Wilder's all about the money. I got my big money from the Fury fight.
Oh, those guys are so fucking loaded.
Yeah, I know.
They're so loaded. It's ridiculous. I think Fury was willing to take this Ngannou fight if they allow it, because he knows that he'll win in the boxing match and it's a big chunk of money. But otherwise, I think Fury is done. I don't think you're going to see Fury fight another heavyweight boxer. You know what I mean? You might see a freak show fight. You might see something fun, but you'll see him on WrestleMania before you see him fight on another heavyweight boxing thing. Fury's done. And good for him.
But do you think either one of them would get a Manzillion on TV?
No.
I will.
No. Well,
and I'm going to show that. We're going to show that.
Fury might.
We're going to show that, and I'll show you the finer points of it. Does it hurt? Yes, it's going to hurt.
Fury might, man, because remember, when Ngannou was in the ring right after his fight, one of the first things he asked him was how big his dick was. Like, this is right after his fight. They're meeting face to face to try to promote the next fight, and that's one of his first things he asked. That's how big Ngannou's dick was. It's fucking... He's a wild dude. He might get a Brazilian... Or a Manzillion.
Yeah, it used to be called Brazilians. Now it's Manzillions. Hey, where are we at on this?
We're definitely time. We're definitely time. I mean, I don't know where we at on it in the video. We're barely in an hour because some fucking retard forgot to turn it on.
Hard R.
Fuck the hard R. All right.
You're sticking with that, right? I mean, hard R is your thing.
It's not my thing. But I'm referring...
You won't be talked out of it.
No, I won't be talked out of how I use it. I will not call a mentally challenged person retarded. But I will call you retarded, and I will call me retarded like I just did.
I don't think if you put the ED on it, it's politically incorrect. Retarded?
Either way, I'm just saying
that's a real thing.
I'm going to use the word as long as I don't use the word referring to the people who mean people would say the word to. I'm going to say it to like me and you know.
All right, let me ask you this.
Maddie.
Let's say you're grocery shopping.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You're grocery shopping. You got your kids with you.
Mm-hmm.
You're having a nice day, nice family day.
Mm-hmm.
And this little mentally handicapped kid, say 15,
Yeah.
mentally retarded,
Yeah.
just starts fucking with you.
Would I call him a retard? No, I still would.
He's got to fuck with you a lot. Okay,
I still wouldn't call him a retard.
He's throwing shit in your cart. He's fucking cussing at you. He's walking behind you and punching you in the ass. Would you say, "Hey, get away from me, you little fucking retard"?
I wouldn't. I'd say a little fucking fuck, or you know, I'd come up with a different horrible thing to say about him. But I'm not going to go into the retarded thing.
Mean one.
It's just the same thing. If a black person was fucking me that bad, I wouldn't all of a sudden pop out the N word. It's just not my vocabulary that way. So it wouldn't. Every other word would pop out.
Yeah, but the N word isn't something you use ever.
Well, you're right.
Retard is.
Retard is in the vocabulary, but it's not in the vocabulary that way. I don't think I would. I don't know. Maybe test me.
And then you went outside.
Hey, you should get paid some retard. They would bother me.
He was standing on the hood of your car taking a shit.
You think I was just like, hey, get down, retard?
You'd want to.
I don't know if I would or not. I think I'd just go knock him down. I don't know.
Oh, that's better.
Well, I'm not
physically assault one instead of calling him the R word.
He's shitting on my car, dude. I don't care what he is at that point.
Then I think the R word is warranted. Well, hey, officer, I've got this on my car taking a shit right now. Should I hit him or should I say, get away from my car, you R word?
I don't know, man. That's a hard decision to make, but I don't think I would.
He's just fucking ruining your day.
Hey,
man.
Your
nice day with your family.
Yeah, well, you know what? My Mother's Day just got canceled for me for my mother. She's got the vid. I hope my mom's all right.
Really? Yeah, they're getting it again.
Yeah, they're getting it again. It's one of those...
They're getting it, and anyone who's vaccinated isn't getting really bad at all.
I guess. I don't know. I haven't even looked at it so much. I know the numbers go up and down, but it seems like no one's getting sick anymore.
Yeah, because they're vaccinated.
And I'm sure some people are, but the majority of people aren't fucking getting sick anymore.
Yeah, the Kyrie Irving.
One of our favorite anti-vaxxers, and I know she don't like me, but I get a kick out of her. Came up to me the other day, right, and said that Roseanne Barr died. And I was like, oh, fuck, Roseanne died. That sucks, and I'm like...
She didn't, though.
Yeah, I'm coming back from break.
Okay.
So I got an hour 20, or an hour between. So she tells me Roseanne died, and of course she said, and I heard there's foul play. I'm like, oh, shit, Roseanne died, and maybe foul play. I knew the source. You know what I mean? I know the source. So I don't take it 100% serious, but I come back to the table and I tell everybody, hey, I heard Roseanne died. I'm looking up at the ticker, ESPN. Now, I don't know why they put it on ESPN. Maybe because she sung the national anthem awesome one time. But either way, I go to my next break and I forget to look it up again. And so I'm 4 hours into my life. I'm thinking Roseanne's dead. And then I go home that night and look, and Roseanne's not dead.
It's one of those hoaxes. Yeah.
And it's just cracked me up because of the source. And it's like, no wonder you say the craziest shit all the time.
Who is she?
Come on, man. They're one of our major QAnoners at work.
Is she on day shift?
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. Okay. She, like I said, she don't like me, but I like her. She cracks me up.
You.
Yeah, she hates me. I don't get it.
Why would she talk to you then?
She started talking to me again. Maybe she don't hate me as much anymore. I don't know.
Maybe.
Whatever. I mean, I've always been straight with her. When she tells me crazy shit, I tell her she's crazy. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it in a mean way. I can still like a crazy person, but you're crazy. You know what I mean? And she admits she's crazy. So that's the funny part of why she gets mad. Like, she can say she's crazy, but if I say she's crazy, is an issue.
Yeah, I get it.
What the fuck ever. I don't care. Don't like me, do like me. And I don't give a fuck. But keep on telling me stuff like that because it makes me giggle. Roseanne's dead. Poor Roseanne.
But who would give a fuck?
Poor Roseanne.
Unless one of us has her on the pool.
And Nate did. Nathan was excited. He's like, that bitch owes me 60 or 37 points, whatever it was, if she's not dead. Because Nate was lit up. He's like, I had Roseanne. He thought he was in first place.
I think I have Roseanne.
Oh, I think a couple people did.
I think I might.
Either way, that's hilarious. And we actually thought we had another death pool hit, and we It's been a fucking.
It's been a long
time.
sleepy
death pool
so far.
It's a shame because, like I told you the other day, our celebrity death pool video is our most popular video by far. It gets views every week, even though it's weeks old.
We're in month 5 here.
Yeah. So, whatever. All right, we got to get to this, dude. If I can just figure this shit out. Would you
rather? All right, I got a would you rather that's pretty simple for you.
All right.
Would you rather be missing all of your fucking teeth?
Well,
let's say you got a couple in the back to chew with, but you're missing all the front ones and you look like a pure fucking hick. You know what I mean? Or you have a colostomy bag. The colostomy bag is hidden under your clothes. People don't necessarily know you have it, but you're pooping in it and you're changing that bag every night.
Mm-hmm.
But to people, you look normal. Or would you rather be missing your fucking chompers and have everybody talking about you?
You can't just get new chompers?
No, the procedure was outlawed.
We're living in the world where you can't get new chompers. Okay.
Yeah, it was outlawed. The Supreme Court overturned dental work.
God said no new front teeth. The front teeth I give you are good enough. You don't deserve any more if they go bad. You should have took care of them.
That's exactly it. You should have took care of them.
God's given creation.
God's not fooled.
Yeah, God knows better. You ain't getting no front teeth. All right, me, front teeth or a colostomy bag.
You're missing the 2 here and the 2 underneath.
I'm going to have to go colostomy bag, not only because, I don't want to not have front teeth and look like that goofy. I'd rather have something no one could really see. But I also, like I just said like 20 minutes ago, may have ass cancer anyways. So it's probably in the future. I probably got a colostomy bag coming next month. All right, so who knows?
You got a shit bag, though. Every night you got to go home and change this fucking bag and look at the poop.
It's not pleasant.
And then clamp a new one on.
Yeah, but unless you can't fucking hit paper footballs through my gap, all right? I don't want that shit.
And you'd be able to, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and everybody fucking, you'd be like, you got AIDS, man. You got no fucking teeth, man.
Yeah, just come on, Jed. I mean, I would call someone Jed right away if they didn't have any fucking front teeth. Some kind of hillbilly name.
Well, I'm getting one of those fake teeth, a couple of those fake teeth in the back here.
Oh, yeah?
Well, when I had all those teeth pulled a couple years ago, I just said if you don't get something put in there, eventually they'll start to move that way.
Yeah, the top ones will rot out too if you don't have anything underneath to stop them for some reason. I don't really understand how that works, but I was told the same thing. But I ain't getting no fake teeth. Fuck that. Prefer.
So you're going with the shit bag.
Call me Dr. Shitbags.
Joke of the week. Still pissed off at last week that you didn't just fucking love that joke. And you didn't. It really pissed me off because it's one of my all-time favorite jokes.
Yeah, I just found too much wrong with it right off the bat. Not even talking about morally because I don't give a fuck about that, but just, the holes in it. But either way,
the lack of morality is what makes the jokes funny.
Well, I wasn't worried about the morality of it. There was the holes in it. There was
no holes. It was pitch black in there. You tell me if it's pitch black and you go down on 5 pussies, you can pick your wife's out in the dark?
If they're all shaped different, probably.
There's 5 random ones. Lick them all and tell me which one's your wife.
You're not just licking. You don't go fucking down there like downward dog with your arms behind your back when you lick pussy. Your hands are working.
It's pitch black.
It doesn't matter.
They pick 5 women that are thin like your wife, skinny.
Okay, but now you're adding factors in. Yeah, if they're shaped the same, then sure, maybe.
Well, then I'll change the joke to by the way, they're shaped exactly the same.
You don't have to change anything. Most people aren't going to look for the irregularities of jokes, but
Your mom is sleeping in our room. You just ate your mom's butthole in box. That joke is classic.
Don't say that out loud. All right, I can still envision that. My mother's still
alive. I know, that's the whole
still
point. You have to envision it. That's what makes it fucked up.
And guess what? I don't want COVID.
Can you get COVID from that?
I don't know. I ain't testing
it. If you go down on an infected person,
you might. Remember when COVID first busted out in 2020, we looked it up, or it came across our feed at some point or another, and we found that you could get COVID from licking butt. Remember, because New York put out a warning, no butt eating for a while. You don't want to go through that.
And that's exactly why I don't live in New York.
That's how fucked up our world is. Where we came to a point where the government was putting out things saying no butt eating for a little while. We want to keep this disease down. What the fuck? Anyways, you got a joke.
Butt eating.
Yeah.
There's nothing, top to bottom, that you can say negative about it.
Well, depending on the cleanliness of the person you're butt eating.
I insist upon 100% squeaky clean.
I'm just saying, you are not the only. You don't have a fucking patent on butt eating. All right,
I think I'm the best at it.
Nah,
I don't think there's anyone who eats butt better than me because I do it with vigor.
No, there's probably some girls that can tie your intestines in a tube or not. You know, like
a cherry stem.
Yeah.
I don't go in the butt.
Well, yeah. So,
I don't break the seal.
So therefore, you might not be the best.
I'm licking outer butt.
Maybe the person that's the best breaks the seal.
See, that's gross. There could be just a little poopy waiting on the other side.
I'm not saying it's not gross, but I think the best butt eater in the world is probably gross. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
It's not typically something you're not gross at.
All right, I've got a tame, timid joke today, but it's funny.
Why'd the chicken cross the road?
Well, no, the joke is why did the baby cross the road? Because it was nailed to the chicken. But, okay, there's an Eskimo, okay?
It's a strong chicken.
And he's on his snowmobile, and he's fucking going through the wilderness.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this joke is not vulgar or gross, but I told you a good one of those last week, and you dissected it like a fucking frog in biology class. Okay, which you're not supposed to do.
Yeah, no,
Don't
you're
dissect
not.
the jokes.
You're right.
All right, so this guy is on his fucking snowmobile, and he's going through this rugged terrain in Alaska, and the thing breaks down. So it's fucking blizzard outside, and he has to get off and push this snowmobile like 20 miles to the fucking shop to get it fixed. And he gets there, and he's fucking freezing cold and blah, blah, blah. And he pushes it into the garage, and he says to the guy, hey, something's wrong with this. I don't know what's wrong. And the guy looks at it, and he comes back, and the guy's fucking freezing his balls off. And he said, the problem is you blew a seal. And the guy said, no, I didn't. That's just frost in my beard.
I like that.
It's a quick, non-vulgar.
That's a good joke.
It's
And
frost in my beard.
I would never break down any kind of seal blowjobs because the probability of those don't exist to begin with. So there's no point in breaking that down. Now, you might actually go down on your mother. That's something that could actually happen. So.
No. Yeah, I would, but I wouldn't dissect it. Let me tell one more.
All right, we're late.
Two jokes. Real quick. Woman goes into a bar, and she's sitting there minding her own business, and she says to the bartender, give me a Bud Light. Gives her a Bud Light. She drinks it, falls face down on the fucking bar. It's just him and her in there. He locks the door and fucks her. Which is, rape, but yeah, he did. So the next day she comes back in, says, give me a Bud Light. Drinks it, passes out on the bar.
You've told this one.
I have?
Yes.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not telling it then.
All right, fuck that. Hey, for those of you who haven't heard it yet, go fuck yourself. You don't hear the ending.
Bud Light hurts my pussy.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
All right, my fuck you this week. We're going to go right back to that abortion talk we had earlier, and everybody was going on and on about the women this week and the women's rights and the women. And I started reading these women's statuses on Facebook, and they are pissing me off more and more because they never frame it as the people that are taken away are of a certain political belief. They say men, and that bothers me. Because listen here, bitches. Fuck you. You also are responsible for this, all right? A lot of women voted for Trump. A lot. He did not hide this. He said from the very start that he was going to get justices that could turn over Roe versus Wade. He always said that. Now, were those same justices asked in the process if that was their goal and they denied it? Of course they did, because they're lying cunts. All right. He knew from the very beginning this is what he was going to do and he was going to get it done. And he got it done. And he said he was going to get it done and he got it done. And yet y'all still voted for him twice. All right. So go fuck yourself. Stop blaming men. I had nothing to do with this. All right. If it was up to me, you could have a fucking 19-month abortion. I don't give a shit. But
the gestation period's only 9 months.
I'm just saying. I don't give a fuck if you kill your 2-year-old. That's between you and your 2-year-old. All right. I don't give a fuck. This is a man right here not giving a fuck about your rights in your way. You know, I want you to have those rights because I don't give a shit what you do. Just do whatever you do, but stop blaming men. Blame fucking conservatives for this because they are the ones that did it. All right. Not just men, women and men.
Lots of women were involved in this decision.
That's what I mean.
Tons of them.
That's why I hate when it's framed that the men are taking away their rights. It's not just men. Now, are men in charge most of the time as far as the most of the politicians are men? Sure. But you voted for those men.
Right.
I didn't vote for those men.
Right.
I voted for a woman once. Not
Right.
Hillary. Not Hillary. Don't get it twisted. Not Hillary. I've voted for quite a few women over my time. Yeah, I don't give a fuck if it's a guy or a woman. I just want them to say what I want to hear.
I will agree that the majority are men, but there was a lot of women that contributed to this. I agree with you 100%.
It depends how you break it down. It's hard to blame black women. Black women only voted, I think, like 10% for Trump. It was a very, very, very small amount. White women was majority. White women voted for Trump. It was like 58%, somewhere right around there. So, it depends on how you break all that down. But either way, there was plenty of women. I think women voted overall like 43% or something like that for Trump. That's a lot of women.
It is.
All right? So don't be just pointing the finger at the dick. All right? The dick's not what happened there.
Yeah, and the Facebook posting that says, if you don't have a uterus, shut the fuck up. I get it. I get the frustration. But like he said, there was women involved in this too. So
just calm down on this.
Go with the assholes, yeah.
Why don't you go after your own kind just as much as you go after the men? That's all I'm saying. Because I'm a man and I'm here for you. All right. I want you to have any kind of abortion you want. Go for it. I don't give a fuck. I hope it ends up safe and I hope everything ends up great for you. Does not bother me. But these cunts over here, they're against you. So instead of just rounding up all the men and saying fuck them, include these cunts over here also. That's it.
Here, here.
Yeah, I guess that's my sexist rant of the week.
Here, here. I got one quick fuck you, and he was my fuck you a month ago.
Oh, I like a double fuck you.
But it's a double fuck you because he's talked more. Fuck you, JD Vance. We went through this, and his commercial that started with shit about they say we're racist, blah, blah, blah. Well, this is the same guy when he was younger, not younger, but when Trump was running the first time, said that he was going to hold his nose and vote for Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, he was a never-Trumper at one point.
Well, now Trump has thrown his support at JD Vance, so JD Vance is kind of changing his opinion of old Don a little bit.
Oh, of course.
And he's kind of going out and saying, hey, thanks, man. I always thought you were a great fucking guy. And he's won the fucking whatever the primaries are for governor. He's pulled ahead of like 4 or 5 people on his fucking party. And it looks like he's headed towards a fucking victory, which scares the fuck out of me. Oh, this guy's crazy.
He won the primary.
Yeah.
But is he going to win the election? I don't know, because I think JD Vance might have that polarizing personality that brings out the votes against him, where otherwise we would have
he's running against a woman.
Yeah, I know. No, it's not a woman.
A woman won that primary.
The Democratic primary?
Yes.
No. I'm pretty sure it was that dude that ran for president a couple years ago. I forget his name. Maybe Tim Ryan or some shit like that. Either way, JD Vance may or may not win. Either way, he's a cunt. And what he is he's a lot like Trump in that he's not really a politician. He's just a business dude. And these businessmen know they pay attention to what moves the needle. And JD Vance found out that at that time at one time the Trump thing wasn't full on.
No, it was a woman.
Then he found out that it was, full on, you act like Trump, you're going to move the needle, and then he went that way. So JD Vance is just a cunt that'll do anything to win, basically.
The gubernatorial primary for Democrats was won by Nan Whaley, who destroyed John Cranley.
John Cranley's the mayor, dude.
He ran for governor.
He ran for governor?
Absolutely. And he said the whole time he was going to. Well, he got destroyed by this woman, Nan Whaley, who is now going against JD Vance for the and it'll be the first time ever that a woman.
Yeah, but I think you're wrong about all this. I don't think JD Vance is running for governor.
Oh no, of course, yes he is.
It's senator, I believe.
No, he's running for governor.
Is it? I don't even know. I thought it was one of the state senate spots. Now we're going to look like idiots arguing about this.
Republican. Oh, you're right. Yeah. JD Vance is running for senator.
I'm glad I'm not
DeWine is running against Nan Whaley.
Fair enough. And JD Vance is running against some guy that ran for president.
Right. Well, DeWine ran for president.
No, it's not DeWine, dude.
But he's running for governor against Nan Whaley. But he ran for president.
Yeah.
He had his name in the fucking thing.
I don't even fucking remember.
But JD Vance, he just changed everything. He held his nose and voted for Hillary. And now that Don has thrown his support his way, suddenly he's a pretty swell guy. And you know what? You're just showing already that you're not a fucking regular person. He said, don't vote for politicians, vote for people. Yeah. Well, you're not a fucking person. You're a politician, motherfucker. And that's all you're trying to do is get elected. And you don't care how you got to do it. You can change your story 100 fucking times. If it gets you the fucking nod, you're going to go with it.
Yeah, he's a douche. JD Vance is a douche. I don't give a fuck about him. He's running against Tim Ryan. Is the guy that ran for president a couple years ago, and the guy seems pretty moderate and everything. So hopefully Tim Ryan pulls it out. Ohio is really hard to predict with Senate. I mean, we run pretty conservative as a whole, but somehow Senator Brown has won like 5 times.
Brown, yeah,
and he's pretty liberal.
Yeah.
So somehow he keeps that Ohio Senate spot, and it's the whole state that votes. It's not just, one particular spot of the state that votes. So Ohio is a very interesting state, and that's why we're a swing state every year, is because it's right down the middle kind of for the most part. I mean, we've ran conservative a little bit for the last few years.
Now you got 2 guys that have run for president, one running for governor, one running for Senate.
Yeah.
But the JD Vance thing, is...
I was surprised DeWine didn't get upseated there. I thought the Republicans hated DeWine.
He won huge. He
I know
won
he did.
48%.
I really
Jim
thought
Renacci was his next closest.
I thought, because Trump really hated on DeWine the whole time too, so I thought he would end up being the one that got elected out.
Well, but besides Renacci, these other 2 guys are complete virtually unknowns. Joe Blystone and Ron Hood. Who the fuck are they? This Ron Hood got 22,000 votes, 2% of the vote. Mm-hmm. DeWine got 48. He's going to walk with that. I don't know. Apparently this... Nan Whaley won 65% of the vote against John Cranley. He got his fucking balls kicked.
She was backed by the Democratic Party. That's all that matters in those kind of things usually, is who the actual committee backs and puts the money behind.
Right.
They end up winning.
But this JD Vance guy, honestly, he makes me nervous.
Yeah, fuck JD Vance.
He seems like such a fucking wild card crazy man that he's going to try to get some shit through that.
The good thing about a Senate spot, like if you give, I'd rather have a lunatic as my Senate representative than a lunatic as my governor.
Obviously.
You know what I mean? Because the governor actually affects state stuff, where the Senate's more federal shit, so they're a vote. And
they
they're
have
shitty
to vote on. Yeah, the House has to vote on everything, right?
So they can't really affect the state as much.
But the Senate's got to vote on
with that being
all that.
said, I don't want JD Vance as my state representative, so I'm going to make sure I go out there and I'll vote for a turd before I vote for JD Vance.
Well, you'll be voting for Ryan.
Yes, and I don't think he's a turd. I actually don't mind him. But anyways, that is the show this week. We got to get the fuck out of here. Me and Mr. T's both have to go to work and pretend like we give a shit about things.
And get excited about that Manzillion. And write in, motherfuckers.
Write in, shutupcincinnati@gmail.com or nevertrustaffartpod@gmail.com. I don't give a fuck. I check.
Don't use your name. If you're so scared of people knowing it's you, don't use your fucking name.
Make up a cool name. You can be anyone you want in these emails.
If you think your wife's getting tag teamed by 2 dudes while you're at work, let us know. We'll help you.
You got a second personality? Have that second personality write in.
Right.
All right? You can really go off the rails with this and see how it ends up. All right. Well, we can make you famous. Probably not, but at least 100 people know who the fuck you are. That's pretty cool, right?
If you think your neighbor's a kitty diddler, let us know.
Yeah, take a picture of him, not the kid, you fucking weirdo.
We'll blast you later.
All right. Until next time, I hope you guys don't get AIDS, because that would be really bad for everyone involved. Good night.
You can kindly fuck off now. Please subscribe and share. Well, you can kindly fuck off now. Subscribe and share. Fuck off. Fuck off.